His wife, Melania Trump, is the First Lady of the United States. Do you think they care about Diddy? I don't think so, and I'm going to show you why. Okay? Yesterday, TMZ, or the day before, they came out and said that Trump is going to pardon Diddy, and Diddy will be out by the end of the week. Come on, let's get real here, folks. You folks are not following this thing the correct way because Trump's guy is the head of the Southern District. He's the guy that wanted Trump, or Diddy rather, to get the maximum sentence. However, the judge didn't do that. Judge Subramanian protected himself very well. Everybody thinks there's going to be more indictments coming with Diddy and KK and all this here, okay? But folks, let me give you the timeline of what happened, because I watched everybody else jump on the bandwagon that Diddy was going to be released by the end of the week. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Pamela. Thank you for coming. All right. TMZ was the first to report, okay? The TMZ stands by their story. Let me tell you where that story came from, and this is my belief, okay? It came from Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos has been friends with Diddy for many years and handles all his civil litigation, okay? In my opinion, I don't consider Mark Garagos a good lawyer. I told you this many times before. But he is. He passed the bar. He's got that. What he is a PR person. And he's glued to the hip with Levin at TMZ. All those things that were happening while we're watching the trial that were not supposed to be made public, but TMZ made them public, I guarantee you, they came from Mark Garagos. You know, folks, I'm a gangster. I know how to read between the lines of what's really going on, okay? So TMZ did that there. An hour later, NBC News comes out and says White House official pushes back on report that Trump is considering pardoning Diddy. Then U.S. Weekly, then the National Desk. All right? But everybody jumped on the bandwagon that Diddy will be out by the end of the week. Now, let me explain to you folks, okay, why Trump will not pardon Diddy. It's not because of the fact that, you know, he said bad things about him during the presidential race, okay? That could have a little bit of bearing. It's the fact that Trump, Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States, does not like men who abuse women. Now, you can say what you want to say about Donald Trump. Yes, he loves women. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? I never heard of him beating them or anything, all right, like that. Now, folks, I don't know if you watch the news or not, but he is the President of the United States of America. He's trying to stop the war in Ukraine. He's trying to stop the war in Israel. He's trying to stop wars in other countries. He's meeting with the leaders of NATO right now. You think Diddy's on his mind? This guy's busier than you could even imagine. Okay? Now, I told you I'm going to show you. In 2018, October 2018, public statement by Donald Trump. While addressing the Me Too movement, Trump stated he is against any kind of abuse or violence during the same conversation. This is Melania Trump. She's against it. Where do you think Donald Trump goes every night when he goes back home or goes to his bedroom? Where do you think he goes? Who do you think he's having dinner with? His wife. Keisha, how are you? Thank you, folks. Folks, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do, okay? Show me some love. You know, and hit that like button. It don't cost you a penny, okay? And a lot of you ask me all the time, hey, how do we send money to you? Okay, you can hit that thanks button or go to my PayPal. It's right there, all right? Thank you, A. Will. A. Will, my friend. How are you, buddy? A. Will gives me writes some great comments, okay? We'll give him a shout out. Gave me a comment that I did a story on the other day, okay? Melania Trump gave a speech to the State Department saying we must declare that the era of allowing the brutality against women and children is over. Thank you, Keisha. As part of her Be Best campaign, she spoke out against cyberbullying, online abuse, stating that she herself had been a prominent victim of it. Yeah, her statements have often been said against the backdrop of accusations against her husband. Yeah, we all remember that. Remember everybody wanted to get rid of Donald Trump. Why is this guy so hated? You know, we got a government shutdown. You know what the real meaning? Why the Democrats are not voting, okay, to put people back to work? I don't know if it's going to affect me or not, okay? I get a VA disability, and I get my Social Security. I don't know. Will I get it next month, next week, or the first of the month when I'm supposed to? I don't. Any of you get it? We're not sure of anything now. Okay? This government shutdown. Have you read what it's about? What it's really about is very simple to fix, but nobody is doing anything, either side. If they omit the part about giving free medical benefits, okay, giving money to illegal immigrants and all that, if they take that out, that bill could pass. Why could I figure it out? But we got these idiots in the U.S. House of Representatives, and they can't, okay? It's really disgusting. Because, you know, folks, the U.S. House of Representatives, they're the ones who voted in the bill that when the shutdown, the government workers and benefits all stop for the people. But they did put in that bill that their pay will continue. So those people that you see arguing and not passing a bill to open up the government, they are being paid. But the guy who needs that paycheck every week to put food and a roof over his family's head is not getting it. Thank you, folks. All right, telling me that we're going to get it. I appreciate it. Okay. Uh, Thank you. All right. In 2016, following the release of the Access Hollywood tape, which you all saw, she accepted her husband's apology, but also claimed the comments were boy talk and said the woman who accused him of sexual misconduct were lying. I think that was proven. They were. Critics highlighted that her push against cyberbullying was in direct contrast to her husband's frequent use of social media to attack others. Okay? No matter what he does, all right, half the country will say he's not doing the right thing. And if it was another president, half the other country say that president wasn't doing it. It's just the way it is. I don't like it. I'm disgusted with it all. Okay? But let's get to TMZ and Mark Garrigle. Okay? They have released a lot of information that the judge told them not to. Yeah. Where does Mark Garrigle get that? Well, his daughter was part of the defense team, correct? Yeah. Who's he talk to? His daughter. He gets the information, and then he goes on with his buddy, Mr. Levin from TMZ. And they just keep posting. They stand by it. So, I guarantee you, Diddy is not going to be released by the end of this week or next week. All right? Trump has the power. He could pardon or commute anybody's sentence that he wants. Yes, he does. Okay? Ivan, you are so respectful. Thank you, Ivan. All right, look at Ivan the Terrible. There's a guy. He's even got a name. All right? I love all these tough people that come on here. All right? Yeah, the elderly are confused? Nah, for you young folks, you better listen to the elderly. All right? Yeah. Phone geek, I'm up. I've been up since 4 a.m. Where you been? Okay? I've been working all day. And I'm going to be 81 years old. I don't stop. Yeah, I take a few days off here from YouTube now and then. Okay? We got some very disrespectful people here today, folks. But that's how it is. Okay? It's not just me. They do it on everybody else. Okay? All right? We got robots. We got trolls. We got so many things. All right? So, but, I love it, and I accept it all, folks. So there you go. House officials tell U.S. Weekly that there is no truth to the report that President Donald Trump is considering commuting Diddy's sentence. The official notes that the president makes all final decisions regarding pardons and commutation. Look at Diddy's lawyers are trying to do anything they could. Diddy's got an appeal in. Everybody, he wants to go to Fort Dix, wants to go here, he wants to go there. All right? Folks, unless things have changed, okay, this is the way it used to be when I was locked up at MDC, okay? If you had an appeal in, you stayed at MDC until that appeal was heard. An appeal could be 1 to 2 years and sometimes even longer. All right? That's how long it takes. So I don't think they're going to be moving Diddy. And if they do move him to a prison, we will not know until he was moved. They don't announce it. They're not going to say we're sending Diddy here. Because I told you before. All right? Because that's when he's in the hands of the U.S. Marshal. When I got extradited from Los Angeles, MDC to Brooklyn, MDC. Nancy, thank you. There's my friend Nancy Flowers. God bless you. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. Hitting that super thanks button. Okay? Hey, folks, you know, let me tell you how the marshals are. First, I'm driven by a U.S. Marshal in a bus from MDC, which is Los Angeles, from downtown Los Angeles to Victorville. All right, to the airport there. That's where Con Air, it's an airline that really exists, okay? Not just in the movies, it's in real life. Trust me. And all inmates from all different prisons are lined up here and there. And the marshals are taking, like you see on these pants, I got this string, they take it right off. They take the shoelaces out of your shoelaces, okay? And all around the plane are marshals with their rifles out. They're looking around because people actually do try to get a prisoner release. They really do that. These U.S. Marshals are really, really good. Okay, I gotta tell you, when I saw that, I was impressed. Okay, and then you're boarded on the plane, and I was flown in to Brooklyn, MDC, and the airport there was outside of Newburgh, the airport that Con Air flies into. So, you know, they didn't tell me, Spado, we're going to pick you up tomorrow and fly you to Lompoc. I didn't know. I didn't know until I heard the guards knocking on my door, waking me up. Spado, pack up, you're leaving. That's when I knew. You don't get to make a phone call, none of that there. You're in the hands of the U.S. Marshal, okay? So you're going to be moved as nobody's going to know you're being moved. You don't know when you're leaving, okay? It's not like you go to the airport and catch a flight and you know you're leaving at 10:20 in the morning. Don't work that way, folks, okay? Con Air has their own airports. And they fly in and they fly out. So I wanted to share that with you. So we will not know where Diddy's going to go if he gets moved at all. But let's just say he wants to take the drug program because that could wipe 1 year off his sentence. Okay? Now, first of all, there's a waiting list at all prisons that offer that program. So he's got to be on the waiting list. He's just, he's like anybody else. His name is Sean Combs, inmate number, Okay? That's it. Plain, simple. That's all he is. They don't care about his rap and his companies and all that there, okay? They got a job to do. The U.S. Marshals do it very well, all right? So But my prediction, I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. And when I am, I admit to it. Okay? Because I only come here, tell you the truth, tell you the facts, and things that happen in my life and why I know these things. Okay? And I try to pass that on to you. And I want to thank you all who come to watch me every day. God bless you all right, who support my channel, okay? Uh, just because you don't see me every day, don't think I'm not thinking of you, because I am, okay? Generally, from my heart, I really am, folks. So, that's it on Diddy, folks. I know you're all tired of hearing from him. But yesterday, I spent my day listening to all these people saying he's going to be out, okay? And then you hear it all coming from the White House. Trump's not thinking of Diddy now. Trump's got a lot of serious things on his plate. He's trying to lower the economy, make grocery store prices affordable, lower the price of gas. Yeah, he's done that in some states, most of the states, except one. Guess which one? California, where I'm at. We're still paying $5 a gallon and more. Okay, what's that tell you? And Newsom wants to be president of the United States? Anybody thinking about having this Newsom as president of the United States? Take a look at California and see what's happening. See how the entertainment business is almost vanished, all right, from this state. Because it costs so much, okay? Who did I see it? Somebody, Mel Gibson, somebody, I can't remember. They had a one-day shoot. One-day shoot here in Los Angeles. The cost was so much that it was cheaper for them to put everybody on an airplane, fly them to England, and film it there and put everybody in a hotel room. That's how bad it is here in California. As I drive around the street and I see the restaurants and different businesses closing, okay? Folks, it's horrible. And unless you were here, you would not realize it. And for you folks who are in California, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Here it is. Look outside. We got the beautiful sun shining, blue skies. It's a nice day. I took my walk already, got my couple miles in. I still feel like going out there and walking again. So, folks, I wanted to give you the truth, the facts. All right, I see a lot of you agree with me about TMZ, okay? At one time, they were great. I don't know why this guy, Harry Levin, Mark Levin, what's his name? Okay, why he got this thing, this fascination with Mark Garrigle, and they got that thing called Grumpy Old Man. If I see Mark Garrigle's name anywhere, I do not watch it. He was on Megyn Kelly. I saw he was there. Boom, I scrolled right by it. I don't want to hear from him, okay? He should have ran for office and been a politician. He really would have been good because he knows how to lie and he believes his lies. Thank you, Chrissy. I try. I want to stick around for a long time, okay? You know I'm 81 years old, all right? Yeah, I'll be 81, December 17th, okay? So I'm close to it. guy is responsible for having no water for all those fires down there. What does that say? You're right, Bang Bang. Okay? Margaret Evans, thank you. Okay? Yeah, people like to make jokes about old people. Huh? What's going to happen when, because folks, if you're lucky, you're going to be old someday. Okay? It just happens. That's the way it is. There's two things that affect you. Are born and then you will die. Okay? It's just the way life is, folks. Okay? We don't know when it's going to come. Okay? And you got to prepare for everything in life. Why is it we're preparing for everything? For tomorrow, the next day, next week, we're preparing. You know what happens when you get my age? I'm preparing for what's going to happen to me after I pass on. Okay? I just made my last payment on my place at the Westwood Memorial Cemetery, where I'm going to be. Okay? And, you know, I'm elected to be cremated. Okay? These are the things that you think about when you get to be my age. And, you know, you see Diane Keaton, she didn't even make it to 80. Okay? Wonderful actress. She was great. Okay? And, you know, young people think they are immortal. We all think it. When we're young, we're strong, we're agile and everything. When you're young, you think, you got a lot of time on this earth. Folks, it seems like yesterday that I enlisted in the United States Army. It seems like yesterday that I was only 18 years old. And now those numbers reverse from 18 to 81. I did not know Fred Trump. That's Donald Trump's father. Okay? Bang Bang asking me my name. Nancy Lyon loves to walk. Time flies like that. Yeah, it does, folks. So, folks, I wanted to share that with you today. Come out with you, give you some some facts that, all right, that people think Trump is going to. Look, Trump could do anything he wants. We don't know what he's going to do. But the situation with Diddy, I do not think he's going to. Besides, the majority of his cabinet is telling him, do not pardon him. And this time Trump has a great cabinet and he's listening to them, okay? Kasky turned 21 years old. God bless you, my young man there. You're a young man, Kasky, or a girl, okay? Now, you're not old yet. Let me give you a little advice, okay? Well, first of all, wish you a happy birthday. But, you know, be happy. There's a lot of people who are not happy. And I try to make other people's lives happy every day. And I tell you all to try to do the same. And that happiness will come right back to us. You know, do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. I want to thank all you folks for coming here today. Once again, I'm going to ask you, if you're not subscribed, please do. All right? And hit that like button, okay? You're right, Tim. Don't let your circumstances define your happiness. God bless you, my friend. Thank you, Tim, for that. All right? Everybody, you have a great, blessed day. God bless you all. As usual, all my love and respect to each and every one of you. I thank you all for coming. I'll be back with more. You're going to be surprised. And if you haven't, please check out my shorts. Okay, my son's doing some amazing things. All right, and they're going viral on other platforms. So he's posting them there on YouTube. All right, so please go check out that video I did with that interview of Lou Ziskin. Okay, I got a lot of content there, folks. Please go and listen to it. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care now.